Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studio. And with me, as always, is June Liu. How you doing, June?
Good.
So today we are talking about the Flor de D'Crossier Selection 512 Maduro Coloniales. It's a Corona 5.12 inches by 44 ring gauge. Comes out of the ABAM factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Mexican Negro San Andres. Binder is Dominican Pilero Cubano. And the filler is from Nicaragua and also an undisclosed country, blended by Santana. And the price point is $6. And the cigar was released in September of 2017. So with that out of the way, June, what was your smoking experience like?
First of all, I think the .12 really made a cigar. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, so, um, First third, sweet cedar, toasted wood, barnyard. As the kind of cigar kind of progressed through, kind of leaving that like first initial quarter inch or so, like a dried nut bitterness started forming. Retrohaling, I got more of that bitterness from the dried nuts. I started getting spice finally. In the sense of like a white pepper and cherry like stone fruit characteristic. Finish was medium in length with bitter mixed nuts and toasted wood, strength and body medium. And the second third, pretty much the same thing. Within the last third of the cigar, I felt like the profile was slightly sharper. So it kind of it gave me greater depth of the bitter dried nuts and cherries. Aside from that, still, medium with sweet cedar, toasted wood, barnyard. Finish also picks up a slight increase in bitterness as well. It gave a medium length finish of bitter mixed nuts and toasted wood. In terms of construction, I rated the burn to be average, which is not so good. Within the sample that I had, the wrapper consistently had a difficult time burning. Along with the filler leaves and binder. So as a result of that, I had to do a couple of pretty big relights. Other than that, ashes held on tight. Burn temp was cool, so no issues in that sense. In terms of draw, I rated it to be good, which is 2 notches below our best score. It was noticeably tight, not so tight that all I was thinking about was how tight it was. But definitely not the best in terms of construction.
Yeah, for me, the cigar started without a mix of oak and cinnamon, a little bit in some creaminess joined in. Retrohale was kind of a similar profile of creamy oak and cinnamon. Um, Half inch in, cinnamon built up to kind of like a slightly higher level of spice. And it was a pretty nice profile moving along throughout the end of this first third. Spice level of that cinnamon was really kind of fluctuating up and down, so it's kind of a nice consistency of unique flavors there. Strength was slightly above medium. Second third, oak kind of took that lead over the cinnamon. Creaminess is still kind of a supporting note there. Oak gained a little bit of a char going forward. Retrohale is still kind of an even mix of oak and cinnamon with a little bit of supporting cream there. Cinnamon kind of faded back as the second third was going along. Charred oak remained up front, a little bit of kind of cream in the background. And as the second third was coming to a close, a little bit of a kind of saltiness joined in. Strength bumped up to medium full in that second third. Final third, the cinnamon and saltiness completely left the profile, so it was like charred oak with a little bit of cream in the background. Cigar began to heat up a little bit after that, so slight mintiness joined the profile. And then I was getting a bit of a kind of a mesquite note, which was short-lived, kind of joined in with that charred oak note. As the cigar was coming to a close, a little bit of mustiness joined in with that mintiness and the charred oak. Strength was still at medium full. Regards to construction, for me the burn was perfect. Razor sharp the entire way. Ash held on 1.25 inch increments. But in regards to the draw, I had similar kind of issue as you. It was really snug. I did a second cut. I used a draw tool. But the thing is, if the draw affected the flavor, then the flavor of this cigar is even more fantastic. It was pretty good for me. So, what were your overall thoughts on the cigar?
I think like all like the Crossier cigars that I've had, which is I think like 3 to 4 different lines. This was they're all focused on flavors. They're all focused on balance, on good flavors, and it's a testament to Santana's blending skills. I think, a burn it didn't affect the flavors, but it was annoying, and I had to like really pay too much. I had to pay too much attention to it,
Right.
and especially at the frequency of draws. But you know, I, I don't know. I feel like within all the Crossier cigars that we reviewed, as well as I actually have I purchased a box of Santana's. Was it? I think the gold blend, or is it the golden blend?
Yeah, the golden blend.
Yeah. So that was a golden blend that he came out with. Man, this was probably what 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then within the box of Robustos, I mean, every single one of them are just, just every single one of them I had to use my lighter to touch up at some point. So perhaps, check out, more of the quality assurance of the bunch of roll and construction. But, the flavor, I always come back to the Crossier cigars, and I know that the flavors are always going to be good and it's going to be to my liking. So,
yeah. Yeah, on the pre-light draw, it was fairly snug, so I was kind of fearful that was going to be the case because we smoked another one of the new releases that he did this year and it had some construction issues as well. But even with that snug draw, it was still producing some pretty good flavors. So I'd like to revisit this in hopes that construction gets better as production kind of keeps going, just to see if this can be even a better cigar. But as it stood, I definitely recommend this cigar. $6 price point. For a Corona, pretty good. Based on the flavors it delivered, pretty good as well. I thought the first 2/3 were really good. Final third was a little bit of drop off. That whether the draw was kind of contributing to that or not, I don't know. But I think this is a pretty good cigar. And like I said, based on the price point, there's not much to argue about in regards to that. In regards to our scores, you gave it a 6.57. I gave it a 6.52. How do you think that matched up with your experience?
It was good. I mean, two sides of the coin on this one in terms of flavors. Really good flavors, and I really dug the flavors. Score got brought down mainly because of the burn being average, but it was a good flavorful cigar as expected.
Yeah, I agree with you. The flavors were good. Final throw was a little bit of a drop. I had definitely better burn than you did, but we had similar draw issues, so that kind of knocked it down a little bit. So, I mean, I think if he could nail down the construction, this cigar would be really good. And especially, like I said, at that price point, it would be even that much more fantastic. $6, and you have a cigar that's going to probably score into the low to mid sevens for us. I mean, I'm not sure there's a better combination than that. So, any other final thoughts from you?
I was reminded of you saying that it's only $6 for this cigar. I mean, typically the Crossier, I mean, they range quite a bit. I've seen some of the Crossiers that are pretty high dollars.
Sure, so that's from $20 a piece, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, so if you know de Crossier in the sense of like that $20 range, and you want to get a feel for what the Crossier flavor profile is like, I think this one's a great one to go to. So
yep, exactly. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us, but also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Be sure to follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. And you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.